YouTube, Ship here with a review of the amazingly awesome Complete Selection Modification Decadriver from Kamen Rider Decade. Now, the Complete Selection Modification line is a kind of branch off of the original Complete Selection line, which had completely new molds, incredibly high-grade material, and cost several hundreds of dollars at release. Even not factoring in second-hand prices. However, the Complete Selection Modification line, as the modification might hint at, takes the DX toys, modifies it with a little bit of Complete Selection flavor, and creates a high-end but affordable toy. And this is probably the best in the line thus far. I don't own any of the other ones. They've released the Double Driver, the Lost Driver, the Excel Driver, Fang Memory, and the Kabuto Sector, I believe, are everything in the modification line thus far. Very beautiful, very large box. Nothing cool on the back, but the front here does have a really beautiful picture of Decade, like straight out of the Detail of Heroes books, as well as a cool design here on the side. If you take off the front panel here and set that aside, you have a really cool picture of Decade's suit with the actual driver right here, as well as the stack of rider cards right up there. So that is definitely really, really neat as well. I really wish they could have brought his arm in to be holding the rider card to kind of complete the image, but it's still very cool to have on display like this. Now, if you take everything out, this will just slide right off. You have everything that is inside the package, the rider cards, the belt straps, the cover right down here, and the toy itself. You do have the instructions right here that tease a DN driver, which is actually fully announced now and will be released in October, I believe. Pre-orders start in about a month, in April 2015. So without further ado, let's get this open and take a look. Alright, so here we go. Included is the belt buckle, the driver itself, 2 belt straps, a clip cover, and 30 rider cards. We have the Kamen Rider for Decade, Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Fai's Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den-O, Kiva. Attack rides for Illusion, Slash, Blast, Invisible, Strike Vent, Auto Vajin, Ongeki Boreka, Clock Up, Ore Sanjo, the final attack ride for Decade, and then the final form rides for Kuga, Goram, Agito, whatever. Ryuki, Drag Rider, Fai's Blaster, Blade, Hibiki, Ongekiko, Zector, Kabuto, Momotaros, Kiva Arrow, and All Rider, which is a pretty cool looking card if I do say so myself. Now, what makes this release special above all other releases of the Decadriver is that they brought Mark Okita in, the voice of the Decadriver, to record all new phrases for this. So every single card in this pile has a absolutely unique phrase. There's no more Attack Ride Kuga or Form Ride Agito or anything like that. It is all straight up new. It will say Attack Ride Ongeki Boreka, and that's just really cool, and we will get to that. The belt straps, instead of being the typical plastic belts that we are used to, are a nice kind of leathery sort of feel to them. It's still a plastic. It's still a plastic for sure. It's a rubbery plastic, but it's got a very nice sort of finish and feel to it, very similar to the actual suits in the show. On the inside, you do have a typical just sort of belt clip. I feel like this should be reversed. I don't know if that was a mistake with mine or if that's just how it's supposed to be. I feel like the clip should be facing the other direction, but whatever. And no, you can't get those in there. Those are forced to be hanging aside. But here's the other side of the belt as well. And then this little clip just kind of goes right over this piece right here. So to clip those in, simply figure out which side this is, which it doesn't particularly matter. I don't think they are pretty much mirrored, I believe. Plug that in right there. Then on the other side, plug that one in. And then back here, like I said, it makes more sense to me for this to be flipped around. but you just plug that in and you're good to go. Take the little Velcro piece right here, and I always forget which way this goes. I think it goes like this, and that will just clip over the belt strap to kind of masquerade it a little bit, and you have your belt straps. Now, I don't have the exact measurements. If they are in the instructions or anything, I will place them right down here in the video, but it will fit most fit adults. If you're a little bit chubby or a lot chubby like me, you will not fit in it still. But given the fact that it's just a simple clip, this is probably a lot easier to manipulate into being bigger. You just find a clip that is suitable with that, and you should be good to go. So setting that aside, and now focusing on the driver itself. Like I said, the Complete Selection Modification line is the DX toy redone to be awesome. And that is essentially what we have here. This will look very similar to this is the Super Best version. So if we take a look at that, as you can see, the core of the toy is very much the same. You do have a nice metallic finish, as styrofoam attracts to the toy. You have a nice metallic finish right here, and the buttons do have a nice white fill to them compared to over here. It has a nice sort of pearly white finish on it. So everything is very, very metallic. This rim around here, I believe, is die cast, or at least some sort of metal plating right there to give it a nice shine. And on the inside, I don't know how well it's going to capture it on camera, but there's a nice foil around the inside there to give it a nice sort of, not metallic-y, but a foil finish, I guess, for lack of a better term. So there you go. Like I said, same size, same everything, but a lot of high-quality paint. And the Tampographed logos around here are a lot crisper than they are on the Super Best version. So there we go. That about covers it for the base look at the toy. This can still come off. Just press the button and pull it off. This is a little bit different than what you might remember. In the normal one, you do have a full button up here, but it's a lot more sleek on this model to kind of go with the show. And down at the bottom, the on and off switch is not labeled and done in black to be a little bit more inconspicuous. But you might notice a new button right there, and that is for this cool new feature that plays background music, which is just really freaking cool. So if we turn it on, same sort of turn on noise, pop that in. Same noise we are used to, but if we press this button right here, that is definitely really cool. And if you press it one more time, so it plays two selections of background music that are very reminiscent of Decade. Those were pretty much the two main background tracks whenever he was using cards. And the ability to play that while playing with the toy, I think, is just a really, really awesome, nice touch that I haven't quite seen in toys like this before. Even the rider cards are a little bit different than what we're used to. They are the sort of plasticky material, the same kind that came with the Super Best release. However, they feel a little bit glossier, a little bit more laminate. Possibly even a better material than the ones that came with the Super Best release. As you can see, I don't have any sort of scratching or anything like that from where the reader catches the card. So that is always nice. And obviously both of these are better than the paper cards that came with the DX release because you don't have to worry about any wear or tear. happening to a piece of plastic as opposed to paper. So that is always great. Now, one thing you might notice just by looking at these is that the Complete Selection Modification release makes the cards look like they do in the show. And that is great. The biggest gripe about the original Decadriver releases is that all the cards doubled as Kamen Rider cards for the arcade machine, back when that was a thing. So unfortunately, you always had these attacks, a numbering system. Obviously, all the cards were in Japanese. You had attack types and all that, which just weren't on the cards in the show. So they were always inaccurate, and that bothered quite a bit of people. But now we have fully accurate to the show cards, sans the barcodes obviously being different. I think the show always used a generic barcode type. But as you can see, some of the cards are very much similar. All of the cards that play the exact same sound will be similar in barcode. But we are now 100% screen accurate to the show, and that is just really, really awesome to me. So definitely really cool. And like I said, all these have new attack phrases. So this will say attack right out of Vagine, which is always cool. Now you might notice there's only 30 cards in here. Bandai did release a supplement set to this, the Complete Selection Modification Rider card set. And that includes a ton more Rider cards, and we will take a look at that next. But without further ado, let's take a look at the 30 that we have here and see what cool sounds await us.
Kamen Rider Decade. Kuga. Kamen Rider Agito. Kamen Rider Yuki. Kamen Rider Five. Kamen Rider Blade. Kamen Rider Hibiki. Kamen Rider Kabuto. Kamen Rider Den-O. Kamen Rider Chiba. Attack Rider Erosion. Attack Rider Flash. Attack Rider Blasto. Attack Rider Invisible. Attack Rider Strike Bento. Attack Rider Auto Button. Attack Rider Ongekibo Lekka. Attack Rider Clock Up. Attack Rider Ore Sanjo. Final Attack Rider Decade. Final Form Rider Kuga. Final Form Rider Agito. Final Form Rider Yuki. Final Form Rider Five. Final Form Lido. Blade. Final form Lido. Hibiki. Final form Lido. Kabuto. Final form Lido. Oh. Final form Lido. Chiba. Final form Lido. All Riders.
And finally, one last cool feature of the toy is a combination of the transformation and the background music features. So if you hit the background music button, we'll do the second one.
Kamen Rider Decade.
The transformation will play over the background music, just like in a show. That's awesome. And to show off the other one,
Final form Lido. All Riders.
that is just a really awesome feature. So overall, this set is just amazing. If you're a Decade fan in the slightest, this is an absolute must-have. Even if you have the DX one, even if you have the Super Best one, it doesn't matter. Pick this one up. It did retail for about 13,000 yen, so about $115 or so, give or take, with the current exchange rate. But secondhand prices will fluctuate a little bit. This was released in February 2015 as well as March 2015. There's so many orders that I had to do 2 different shipments. So while it is quite popular, having 2 shipments might make it a little bit easier to find on the secondary market. But like I said, if you are a Decade fan, this is an absolute must-have. The new sounds are crisp, great, match absolutely flawlessly to the originals. Having all the laminate plastic rider cards is great, and with the knowledge that there's a secondary set that gives you almost all of the cards seen in the show is just really cool as well. So if you're a Decade fan or just a rider belt enthusiast, this is definitely a must-have and probably, in my opinion, the best of the Complete Selection Modification line thus far. Simply fantastic job on this, Bandai. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.